Joining us this morning after picking up win number 500 as head baseball coach Chad Slaten joins us of the Sylacauga Aggies. And Chad, good morning and congratulations.
Good morning. Thank you.
I wanted to write that down, but I can't. 500 is so big a number, but you got 11-1 win over your former team, Childersburg, yesterday.
Yeah, played really good last night. Swung the bats really well, pitched it really good. Just a good night at the ballpark.
Now, let's face it, 500 wins is a lot, and you had 492 or so at Childersburg. You've been coaching a long time.
It means you're getting old, what 500 means. Yeah, I told the guy last night, 500 wins means that there's been a lot of great players come through our program in years past, and this year it means that there's been a lot of great assistant coaches involved, and it does mean, unfortunately, I'm just getting older. So very honored, humbled to get that win, but there's bigger things at stake that's more important to me than 500 wins.
I think there's maybe 9 or 10 coaches in Alabama that have reached such a lofty goal of 500 career wins, and you've always, ever since I've known you, you've always been of the mindset it's never been about you.
No, it's the player. I've not thrown a pitch, and I've not hit a ball, and I've not caught a ball in 22 years of coaching. I've never done any of those things. The players do it. The players, I feel like our job is to lead and guide and hopefully make these guys good daddies one day. And it's different than when you're a player. So we've had really good kids go out and make those plays and hit those balls and throw those pitches. And I'm just along for the ride, and it's been a good one.
First year at Sylacauga High School as head baseball coach Chad Slaten, 20 some odd years at Childersburg. Yesterday you're on the home side at Sylacauga. Any different feelings there? It had to be a little bit.
You'd be telling a story if you said it wasn't. When you stay so long at one place, we went over there earlier in the year, and that was a little different. But I told somebody I went to the restroom. I didn't know which one was the men's on that side of the field. I'd never been in there, so it was different. But when the game starts, it's a game, and you go play, and we're excited about things we're doing here at Sylacauga, and excited about how the kids are playing. So there was just another game on the schedule, but it was just a little bit different.
11-1 Sylacauga over Childersburg. You're playing a lot of young guys.
We are. We're extremely young. We're starting 8th grader. We're starting sometimes 6 sophomores, most of the time 5 sophomores, junior and some senior, a couple of seniors. So we are a young team, but that just helps you in the future. I think I've always played the young kids if they were ready, and the good thing about it is we've got some seniors who are leading these younger guys, and it's really working out good for us. So, I think we're 8-8 right now. Lost a lot of close ball games, and we're playing good. Starting last night was our first game since spring break, and we're hoping that we come back from our spring break trip and just carries over. We played good down there.
Talk about that. That was a nice trip, wasn't it?
It is. We've been going down there every year, but twice since '07. It's just good to get away from the school, good to get away from town here, and just go be ball players. We try to make it like a college experience. They get the chance to play college baseball, and if they don't get a chance, they get a taste of what it's like. And we give them a fairly early curfew. They come in. As long as my rule's always been is if they take care of business and they play hard and they don't get into any trouble, we're gonna make it fun for them. So, and that's what we did. Our guys were great. They not one bit of problems. We put about 7 players in a condo with a coach, and it's always worked out really good. So. That trip went great. The weather was wonderful. We got to spend some time on the beach. They had a basketball court there at the condo. They got to shoot some basketball and just be kids,
I heard about the volleyball.
Yeah, we won. Let's make that clear. The players beat the parents and the coaches one game, but we came back and had some had a little more closer judging during that game. So yeah, the old people, we won.
Now, I want to make sure that was clarified.
Yeah, I mean, we won the volleyball tournament.
You're 1-1 in the area after finishing 2-2 on the spring break trip. This 1-1 area is a tight area.
It is. You know, we split with Clay Central, and they've got a fine ball club. They beat us here by 1, and we beat them there by 2, I believe. So we're 1-1 there. If we take care of our end of it and we win the remaining area games, then we'll probably end up playing Clay Central for a 1-game playoff for the area championship. But you know, first things first, we've got Talladega today and Friday, and they are a much improved ball team. They're playing good. They got a lot of speed, playing good defense this year. So we can't worry about playing Clay Central again. We've got to take care of our end of it with Talladega, and then we have Shelby County, who always seems to play us good. Shelby County's always played Sylacauga really close, and so there's still a long way to go. But that was a big win at Clay Central to put us back in position to win the area.
You know, you talk about Talladega, and Talladega has been down for a number of years, and we always say, well, you know, any team's always capable of beating another team on any given day. Hey, they beat Fayetteville a day or two ago, and Fayetteville's got an outstanding program.
Yeah, they, you know, baseball's a funny game. It's one of those games where, and like you said, anybody can beat anybody, and I firmly believe that. So, you know, we go there today, and you know, had a big win last night against your rival.
Nice crowd last night.
Really good crowd. You know, Sylacauga is going to support its baseball, and last night was no different. A lot of people out at the park last night, and you know, but I told the guys after the game, that's short-lived. We've got to wake up this morning and forget about the win over the rival, and these games are the one that count. So we got to go get this one. You
have been one to really be able to see talent, see young players who you really think, wow, this guy can be special. You got a couple of those on this club. We do. You know, like I said a while ago, we're starting an 8th grader, and I've only done that one time in my career, so that don't happen very often. But this kid, he's good. Jordan Ridgeway is his name. But then, you know, when you take a young kid like that, you better have some older guys. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you now, a lot of times the older guys may frown on that because, you know, this is their time. That's not been the case. We've been getting some great senior leadership, like I said earlier, just making and helping Jordan, and we're starting the 9th grader and some sophomores. So it's important, if you do that, you better have some seniors who are in for it, and they get it, and it's not about them, it's about our team and the betterment of our team. So, and that's happened. So we're real pleased for that. But Jordan's a really fine player. He's going to be really good. You don't walk around with a big head. You know, we put him at shortstop, which is you know, one of the key positions on the field, and he's probably the best I've ever had at shortstop right now, and I've had a bunch of good ones. But he's got the it factor. He's got it, you know, and he gets overmatched at the plate sometimes because of the youth and inexperience. But I tell you, defensively, he's good. When you came to Sylacauga, you saw what was on the table and know your program and how you built the program over at Childersburg. Pitching, so important and so key as we head down the home stretch for some of these area games. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you, that's been one really bright spot. We've not swung the bats as well as we would like. We hit it really good last night. We're hoping that carries over for the rest of the year. But pitching and defense has been really strong. You know, I knew we had Jordan Limbaugh, who's a junior. We faced him last year when I was at Childersburg, and I knew that what kind of player he was, what kind of pitcher he was. Mason Culver had a great year last year, and he's a senior, so I knew we had him, and he's pitched it really good this year. We got a young kid named Cody Leslie, who's a sophomore. Mm-hmm. And he has been you know, we knew we had 2 good ones in Mason and in Jordan. When they pitched, we felt like we had a chance. But Cody's come on this year. He pitched last night for us. He actually had a perfect game going into the 7th down at the beach, wow. Which is, you know, perfect game. You hear about no-hitters, but perfect game don't come around too often. He lost it in the 7th inning, but he pitched really good. He pitched great last night for us again, and
So we've got 3 guys that we consider our conference starters, and one of them will relief. We've got another freshman named Tyler Thompson, who's a big left-handed kid, 9th grader. And we threw him in the fire down at the beach, and he pitched really good at Ben Russell before we went down to the beach. So, yeah, we feel really strong about our pitching. Got only one senior that's through a lot of innings this year, and the rest of them are going to be back next year.
Wow. Is this a fun team?
It is. Anytime you get a great group of parents and a great group of players who buy into what you're wanting to do, it makes it fun. And there's not been very many years that I wouldn't say was fun, but you know, when you come over to a place and you're new and everything is different for the kids, and there's some concern how long it's going to take, and I'm going to tell you, it's not been a problem at all. They've bought in. I have a great group of parents who support, work very hard, raising money, supporting not just their kids, but all the kids on our team. And you know, I think our parents enjoyed the trip to the beach as well. You know, it's been really good. It's been real good. And
your coaching staff, they've been a real plus for you too.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've told you this 1,000 times. The head coach is only as good as his assistant coaches, and we have that here. A group of guys who get along with each other, who work hard with each other. You know, we have to let Nate tell us what to do most of the time.
Of course.
I'm sure you know Mr. Nathan Brewer. But Nate is he kind of keeps us all in check, and but yeah, I'm telling you, it's been a joy to work with these guys, and everything's everything. You know, you want to win every game you play. If you don't, you're not considered a competitor. But there's more that's going on than just the wins and losses, and you know, we're definitely building for the future. And but at the same time, we don't want to cut these seniors short. And I told them from the get-go, as long as you buy in and as long as we're doing what we're supposed to do, I think a lot of people knew we was going to be young and knew that. But you know, I'm going to stick with them, with the seniors, and we want this year to be great. And this year is a long way from being over. So when you talk about we're building, we still have this year, and I don't want to cheat the upperclassmen at all.
Coach Chad Slaten collected his 500th career win yesterday, 11-1 win Sylacauga over Childersburg. In action later on today with Talladega, and also on Friday against Talladega. And I hear bits and pieces of what's going on with the baseball program, and I hear this quite often: there's one sheriff.
That's right. That's right. We look at it when we started this season. We looked at it as the coaches set a couple of goals of what we wanted to do, and all those goals are in place. We can still reach all those goals. You know, you talk about our facilities over here. We mentioned it earlier when we were talking. I met with Dr. Freeman yesterday. A lot of things are going to be going on at the conclusion of our year and the Babe Ruth year. And so a lot of good things happening here at Sylacauga, and we're very excited.
All right, Coach Chad Slaten picking up that 500th career win yesterday, 11-1 Sylacauga over Childersburg. And Chad, always a pleasure, sir. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
More on Daybreak coming up right after this.